Folks, welcome in. It's always Bayern Chelsea. It's USA versus Bosnia. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe to Always Bayern Chelsea if you have not already. Jim and I, he's the Chelsea fan, I'm the Bayern fan. We will be doing a lot of content, and we have been doing a lot of content, a lot of live streams for this World Cup. We just put out a video of Jim's experience at the World Cup watching Norway, Senegal. And we also just put out a video recapping the group stages and previewing the knockouts of this World Cup. So let's go. Appreciate you all being here. Got my USA clothes on today. Big up Spider. Big up Adam. I need to get my stream going here. There we go. I was having some issues, but it looks to be up now. Always Bayern Dan. Here we go. Corner for Bosnia already, folks. Corner for Bosnia already. Adam, you got the video out. Let's go. Everybody check out Adam's channel as well. He's been a loyal Always Bayern Chelsea commenter, member of this community. Go check out Adam's video. Adam, shout out to you. Adam going to some cool watch parties for Brazil and whatnot down there in California. Wow, cool. Thanks for being here. Big up from France. Awesome. That's so cool. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Totally appreciate it. We're doing a lot of World Cup content here. Me and Jim, we are Americans. So let's go USA. They've been very good so far this World Cup. They've been a very exciting, fun team to watch. And we're going to see if they can advance to the round of 16, out of the round of 32 here against Bosnia. Let me get my scorecard up. USA on the break here, but Bosnia defending well. Bosnia defending very well. Waving your flag from the send-off game. Yeah, I got mine right back there. That was a lot of fun, that game. That was a lot of fun. And the USA looked great. They really did. Yes, this game is at Santa Clara, whatever it's called, Levi Stadium. Well, probably Santa Clara Stadium or whatever with the World Cup sponsorship stuff near San Jose, near Adam. Yeah, Belgium beat Senegal today in a thrilling match. Senegal going up 2-0, but as we all know, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in sports. And then blowing it, absolutely blowing it. Let me get my scorecard up, though. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Belgium looked like complete trash today, and Senegal blew it. So it'll be interesting. Don't want to look past this game. But here's USA. Here's Pulisic, blocked by Bosnia. It's going to be a USA corner, though. Christian Pulisic coming out on the front foot, which is good to see if you're a United States of America fan. USA is going to get a corner now after Pulisic's shot is deflected. We got Malik Tillman of Bayer Leverkusen. Short corner for the U.S. Bosnia, very compact in the box here. Bosnia is a very structured, very good defensive team. Bosnia also has Demirovic out of the Bundesliga from Stuttgart on the attack, which is interesting if you're a Bundesliga fan like me. Also, Bosnia has St. Pauli's goalkeeper. So a little bit of Bundesliga connection there. And I watched Bosnia play Germany in, I believe it was the Nations League, or maybe it was the World Cup qualifiers. And I was impressed. I was impressed by them. But the USA should be the favorites. I mean, if the USA plays how they've been playing, we'll have a good shot. Here we go, USA in the box. And it's going to be a corner for the U.S. there, deflected again by Bosnia, who, again, is a very good defensive team. Very good defensive team. Senegal deserved to win, in my opinion, as well. Spider, Senegal deserved that win. I think they played better than Belgium did, but alas, Belgium got the job done, and I think if the USA can get through, I'd be happy with that matchup because Belgium looked very weak today. Very, very, very weak today. Snuck one out against Senegal, who kind of collapsed, kind of choked. Here's the USA corner, and once again, defended well by Bosnia. We got a Bosnia player down in the box. Game is going to stop. That is a head-to-head. So the game's going to stop. Yeah, debatable, Spider, very debatable. There's been a lot of really, I don't want to say bad, but there's been a lot of like questionable / close calls in this World Cup, I would say. And all we ask for is consistency. That's all we ask for here at Always Bayern Chelsea is consistency in the reffing. England was escape, another extra time where they won. Deontay, welcome. Salute to you as always, my friend. England was bailed out by Sir Harold Edward Kane today. Absolutely bailed out today. Absolutely. Yeah. Kane, best player in the world. Best player in the world. Kane was incredible today. England versus Mexico is going to be crazy. Going to be crazy. It's in Mexico City, and Mexico. I mean, England is going to be the favorites, right? England is the better team, but Mexico, arguably has looked better. Mexico has arguably looked better than England has looked. Mexico has looked great. Mexico has looked great this World Cup. Harry Kane, 2 open play goals again. Harry Kane's unreal. More World Cup goals than Pele now. This is the best season of all time, numbers-wise, goal-scoring-wise, except for that, I think it was 2011-2012 Messi season. But this season, Kane has more goals than Messi every other season in his career, more goals than Ronaldo ever had in his career. So Kane is just so clearly the best player in the world. Spider, you're predicting a high-scoring draw after normal time this game. Trick shotters in the house. I'll come back to you, trick shotters. You're predicting a high-scoring game, Spider. Is that true? Wow, 2-2. I think USA is going to win. I'm going to go 2-1. I see Deontay wants my prediction. I'm going to go 2-1. USA 2-1. But USA is definitely a high-flying attacking team under Mauricio Pochettino. So don't be surprised if it turns into an end-to-end battle. Bosnia definitely more structured, more defensive. But again, they got Tamirovic on Stuttgart, so he can provide some attacking flair. I think they're playing with a 2-striker system. It looks like Tamirovic on the right-hand side, if I'm seeing that right. Adam, I thought that England today was not good enough, and I thought that Harry Kane bailed them out. That last goal, the winner, was incredible. The header was placed very nice as well. And I think England has to be better if they really want to make noise in this tournament. I think Mexico is going to be a huge test in Mexico City. USA looking to cross, but no one there. But yeah, England's going to have to be better if they want to advance farther. Thomas Tuchel kind of neutering the team in a way, but that's Tuchel ball for you. Harry Kane putting the team on his back. That's Tuchel ball for you, though, because, Tuchel will play down to any poor opponents for sure. And, it's just his MO. Congo's keeper was amazing today, though, so I got to give him a shout-out. He was absolutely amazing. USA, some play in the box. Tyler Adams, I believe. I think that's going to go for a Bosnia goal kick. They might have. I can tell you that Germany played Bosnia not that long ago because I believe it was 2 matches, and I believe I watched both of those. I think it was the Nations League. Could have been a World Cup qualifier, but I think it was the Nations League. Harry Kane's the hero. Matty knows ball. Here's Bosnia. Bosnia with a shot, saved by Freeze, but the deflection is going to be dealt with for now. Wow. That was a very good, quick little counter there from Bosnia, which is where they can be dangerous. It's where they can be dangerous. Deontay says 2-1 USA. Deontay's in line with me. We got trick shotters in here saying 3-2. That'd be sweet. Trick shotters. I hope that it does happen because that would make for a very, very exciting live stream. Norway, Brazil is going to be electric. Norway, Brazil, going to be absolutely electric. I think Brazil gets it done at the end, but Norway's been great. Norway's been incredible. Brazil, I think, has a better team overall, but man, you cannot count out guys like Erling Haaland for sure. For sure. Or Odegaard. Very impressed with Congo's performance today. Yeah, me too. Congo came to play. And their keeper legitimately was unbelievable. Here's the Bosnia corner. Far post. Nice save by Freeze. Punches it out just far enough for it to be dealt with. Bosnia with a chance. That was a really good corner. That was a really well-taken corner, but Freeze was there for the USA. Totally, Deontay. Bailed him out. You're right. A shame that they had to face the best player in the world. Yeah, I would have liked to see Congo play, I don't know, like a Belgium, for example, because they could have probably beaten them. Congo probably would have beaten Germany, too, with how they played against Paraguay. If you know, you know. Little bro, if you know, you know. Have to break it out. It's 4th of July weekend almost. I'm going to be wearing this hat and maybe even this shirt. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of red, white, and blue. I'm going to be wearing this hat and probably this shirt a lot this weekend. The big 250. Yeah, Bosnia better than Ecuador. They might be. I wouldn't. That's tough. That's tough because Ecuador has a couple of really good players, but Ecuador, I'll say this, Bosnia has played better than Ecuador this World Cup. Adam, I'll give you that. I'll give you that Bosnia has definitely outplayed Ecuador this World Cup. But band for band, it's close. W hat. Good job with the spacing, too, because that almost looks like you said what, but instead you said W hat. Yeah, Bosnia has come to play so far. Bosnia has come to play. We'll see what the USA is going to do about it. England played Bosnia on, June 3rd, 2024, 3-0, goals from Palmer. Yeah, Palmer is not on the English national team. Thomas Tuchel did not pick him to represent the nation of England after a piss-poor season on Chelsea. And neither Trent isn't on England either, so that's kind of funny that, just legitimately 2 years ago, these two guys were popping in goals for England. They're not even on the team. If USA plays Spain in the quarters, that would be crazy. And if they both win out, it's very possible. Spain has been unimpressive so far to me in terms of, they're supposed to be the favorites. They're supposed to be the favorites. I've always maintained I think France is the best team, and France has been unbelievable, but Spain has looked shaky. But none of that really matters until you get to the knockouts. Germany beat Curacao 7-1 and got embarrassed by Paraguay, who lost to the USA 4-1 in the knockouts. So we'll see if Spain can put it together. I think Lamine Yamal is getting healthier and healthier. Going to be a free kick here for the USA. It's not a USA jersey I'm wearing, but it actually it looks a little bit like the 94 denim, which is my favorite USA jersey of all time. Just a shirt, though. Just a button-up shirt. Got at the Salvation Army, I think. I got the shirt a long time ago. This might be one of my oldest shirts that I have. Oh, a short kick in here from Jedi going to Tillman, but it doesn't look like anything's happening. Oh, there we go. There's Robinson. Oh, it's a good look for the U.S., but who was that? That was Flo. That was Balogun. Kind of scuffed it. Flo Balogun kind of scuffed it. Trick shotters, my thoughts on Croatia are that they are a very, very old team. They are in the World Cup. Luka Modric is still on the team. You got guys like Ivan Perisic, who was a winger on Bayern in the 2020 Sextuple winning team. So they got some old heads. They got some OGs. But Croatia is definitely past their prime. But I don't know. Who do they play? Who do they play in the knockouts? Where are all my fact guys like Adam? You have so many facts. Oh, they play Portugal. They play Portugal tomorrow. That one might be tough for Croatia. I think Portugal gets it done, but Portugal has also not looked great, so who knows? Spain took it to England. Again, Harry Kane saving the day for England. Harry Kane saving the day for England against Croatia as well. Spain plays Austria tomorrow. That's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm really hoping that Austria can win it. I like Austria. They got my boy Konrad Leimer. I like Ralf Rangnick as a manager. I think he's the godfather of gegenpressing, which is a footballing philosophy that I subscribe to. So I like Austria. A lot of Bundesliga guys, Baumgartner, Marcel Sabitzer, Schlager. Actually, two Schlagers, Leipzig and Salzburg. So I like Austria. I hope they beat Spain. But Spain will probably win. Rooting for Austria now that Germany is out. Spider, me and you both. You know I like Colombia too. Oh, here we go. Flo Balogun, is he on? He's in. Into the penalty box. Tries to cross it. Defended by Bosnia. It's going to be a USA throw. Bosnia has had some really good just tackles and recovery runs and everything to hold the USA here so far in the first 17 minutes of this match. The Tom Petty shirt is forever GOAT. Forever GOAT. Yeah, you'll have to come over and go through my closet and see if you want any more of my shirts. But I think I went through the ones that I don't wear and pawned them off to you. Spain, Portugal, Nations League final rematch, round of 16. Yeah, that's wait. Oh, in the round of 16, if they both win, you're saying. Oh, here we go, McKinney. Oh, Robinson heads it over the bar. USA is looking dangerous. USA is looking dangerous. Everybody looks to be onside. That was a really nice through ball up the right-hand flank. You had McKinney. You had Robinson. Great. I mean, that was a really nice cross from McKinney. Well, it did get deflected, but yeah, that was cool. Yeah, so if Spain and Portugal win, we're going to get a Nations League final rematch in the round of 16. That would be a fun match. That would be a really, really fun match. I have seen the rumors, and I wanted Klopp to coach Germany before the World Cup. Bosnia keeper is down. Nikola, my boy from St. Pauli, Nikola, is down. Bosnia's manager, man, dressed in a full suit, is getting lippy with the officials. But yeah, Spider, I was on the Klopp train for a while. I wanted Klopp over Nagelsmann. So I have seen the rumors. I think it's likely. I mean, I've been saying for a while I think it's likely. I'm not sure if Klopp – maybe someday Klopp will return to club football. I don't think he wants to return to club football right now. So the German national team just makes too much sense for a guy like Jurgen Klopp. And I think he's a great manager. I think he's a great motivator, which, let's be honest, Nagelsmann, is he a good manager? That's up for debate. Right now, I would say no. But is Nagelsmann a good motivator? That's not up for debate. And he's definitely not a good motivator. So Klopp might be the guy to save Die Mannschaft. There's a chance that if he comes in, he could save Die Mannschaft for sure. For sure. Jim's pissed at Bosnia. Agreed, Jim. But, Jim, did you know that Nikola, and I never like pronouncing his last name, is Bosnia's keeper, is St. Pauli's keeper? Yeah, the Iberian Derby, Spain, Portugal. What do you think about it in the round of 16? What do I think about it? I think it'd be a great match. I mean, it'd probably be the best round of 16 match. And I need to see more out of both of those teams before I could comfortably make a prediction for that one. So maybe once I watch Spain, Austria, and Portugal play Croatia, I'll have more of an analysis. Again, both teams are like in that group of favorites, but neither team has looked good so far. They've both had one good match against a bad team and then two rough matches against questionable teams. So we'll see. We'll see, Adam. It'll be a really interesting match. Nagelsmann, yeah, all-time low. He needs to, in my opinion, he needs to go back to a club like Leipzig. I don't think Leipzig is the right club, but I don't know, maybe a Leverkusen type club, and like in the Bundesliga, preferably for him. And he needs to kind of rebuild his stock. Here we go. Bosnia defending again very well. I think that's going to go out to be a United States corner, though. Tillman trying to make something happen. Malik Tillman of Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, Bosnia just defending well, not letting Tillman get to that ball in Dallas. Vasil. Yeah, I've heard it pronounced different ways. But Vasil, I think that's how Derek Ray says it. And if that's how Derek Ray says it, it's definitely right because Derek Ray is the best commentator in the world. Corner for USA, punched out by Vasil. And it's going to be a USA throw-in. Nations League final rematch. Here we go again. You know the drill. Yamal versus Nuno Mendes again. Here we go. Balogun in the box, covered by two Bosnian defenders closing down on him. Bosnia is going to be able to do enough to clear it. Jedi Robinson. Nothing for USA. Thought Glasner might go to Leipzig. Yeah, he's going to Forest. Yeah, and I don't think I like that move for him. Like, that almost seems like a lateral move. I think he thought he was going to get a better gig. Deontay, because was it worth leaving Crystal Palace to go to Nottingham Forest if you're Oliver Glasner? I just don't know if it is. I don't think it is. So Dallas is where the Portugal-Spain match is going to be. Sputter, that's what I'm rooting for. Sputter, I'm rooting for Croatia versus Austria. Here's the USA. We got Flo Balogun all the way down to Robinson on the left-hand flank into the box. Nothing. Is that going to be a corner again? Pulisic was trying to do something with it, but just couldn't. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, weird. So now we're at the advertising break. Let's take a look at some stats. USA dominating possession, which is kind of what I expected. 77% possession to Bosnia's 23%. We got 3 shots for the USA. We got 2 for Bosnia, but 2 shots on goal for Bosnia and 0 for the United States. So about an even match so far. I would say USA is controlling the game, but Bosnia has had the better chances. Although neither team has had a lot of clear-cut chances. But we are 24 minutes in. We're at the ad break, and it's 0-0. Adam, Morocco has been a joy to watch. Ismail Saibari, the future Bayern Munich player. I think Morocco's looked like one of the best teams so far in this tournament. Now, knocking out the Netherlands is a big feat, but can they keep it going? We'll see. They eliminated both and canceled the derby in the quarterfinals between Portugal and Spain. Yeah, Morocco is a sleepy team. A sleepy, sneaky team, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They're a sneaky team. They're a sleeper sneaker is what they are. That's what I would call Morocco. But yeah, being led by Ismail Saibari, of course, on the attack. And yeah, it's official. It went official today. Bayern officially announced it. Today. Morocco did it against Netherlands, and they go up against Canada this Saturday. Yeah, that's an easier match. I mean, Canada has not impressed. They got grouped with a super weak group for the Canadians, and And then they play South Africa in the first knockout and barely beat South Africa, who is by no means a powerhouse. Alphonso Davies, though, got some minutes. Good to see as a Bayern fan. Alphonso Davies coming back from another injury, and he's finally back now after being on the bench for Canada for a while. Canada's captain. He got some minutes against South Africa. Instant impact for Davies there. So maybe if Davies starts, if he's healthy enough against Morocco, Canada will look a little bit better. Yep, Canada drew Bosnia 1-1. Exactly. Yeah, Bosnia looked good that match. Hello to mom and dad. Any predictions for this one? We got 0-0 Bosnia USA. I hope they like the hat too. Special. All right, ad break is over, and we're looking at a goal kick for the St. Pauli man. Hopefully USA can keep up the aggression and keep up the form that they've had so far in this World Cup, which has been very, very good. All right, predictions here. Good. Glad he loves the hat. It's a good hat. Like I said, it's going to be getting a lot of action this weekend for the big 2-5-0. He says 2-1. That's what I'm saying as well, 2-1. Mom says 1-0. Either way, it'd be exciting. Either way, it would be super, super exciting. But yeah, Bosnia's a good team. It's a great hat. Adam says USA with Nike. Adam, I'm not a big fan of the USA kits this year, I will say. I loved their kits for the 2024 Copa America. And yeah, my all-time favorite USA kits are the 94 denim with the stars. These kits I like better than their away ones. I like the stripes. I get what they're trying to do with the stars and the stripes, but I don't know. I think it could have been done better. Your mom is cautious to make a prediction after seeing the drama of the Senegal match, 2-1 USA. Yeah, it's a good prediction. That's what I'm going with. I mean, again, I think Bosnia is more of a structured team defensively. I think the USA is going to be looking to maybe take more risks, definitely play free up the flanks, where Bosnia, I think, is going to be more compact centrally. But Bosnia is going to look to counter. Like, again, they have guys like Demirovic out of Stuttgart up there. Playing, I think, the right-hand striker in this two-striker system for Bosnia. So they're going to look to counter probably through the middle. We saw one dangerous counter already from them, whereas the U.S. is the team that's kind of controlling possession, controlling the match, but has struggled to really make something happen inside, the box. But it's been a super encouraging World Cup so far from the USA, from Mauricio Pochettino. It's been a while, it seems like, since the USA has had a competent manager. I shouldn't say a competent manager, but like Mauricio Pochettino, he's a bona fide manager, a European manager, not like an MLS manager. But here's Flo Balogun on the break up the left-hand side, cross it in, Flo. Oh, he goes down. He's looking for a pen. The ref says no. Ref says no. Is VAR going to take a look? Ref says no. Ref is saying no. Is VAR going to look at it? Is VAR going to look at it? Flo Balogun is onside when he receives the ball. Very much onside. I want to see a close-up of this. I couldn't tell. I think it's weak. Let's see. Here's a close-up. I don't think it's going to be a pen. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really soft. I don't think there's going to be a penalty there. The Bosnia guy definitely doesn't touch the ball, but that's too soft for a pen. That's too soft, I think. We'll see. The host nation's no longer doing bad. Yeah, last World Cup in Qatar. Mexico has looked really good. Mexico has actually looked really good. Canada has not looked good, but they're in a weak group. USA has looked good, also in a weak group, but still USA has actually looked good. Canada looked bad in a weak group, but still got through. And then Canada got a fortuitous draw to play South Africa in that first knockout and barely snuck past them. Mexico, though, has legitimately looked good, and Mexico feeds off of the energy there in Mexico City. Estadio Azteca, playing their matches there. They look good, and they look like they're feeding off that energy. Mexico could have also gotten a pen against Ecuador because they love to play dirty to South Americans, but they didn't have a looker review. Yeah, also today, Kane, should have had a penalty, but the ref also didn't want to look at it for some reason. Agreed, way too weak to be a pen. I think most of the time, you might as well have a look at it. If it's close, you might as well have a look at it. You don't have to call it on the pitch. Oh, here's a good chance. Well, Belligan, he's going to be on. He's going to be on. He shoots. He scores. He scores. What is he off? No, he's not off. He's not off. USA. Flag is up now. Oh, no. That's such a late call. That is such a late call. I thought he was on. I thought he was clearly on. I thought he was so clearly on. Oh, he's off. He's off. He's just off. Dang. I was hoping he was actually going to slot that over to Pulisic because Pulisic had so much space. And Pulisic in a USA kit is not going to miss that. But, Balogun still would have been offside. Yeah, Mexico, to be fair, yeah. You could make an argument for the U.S. being the best host nation, but they did play their subs against Turkey and looked bad. USA going to play advantage here. Anthony Robinson, Jedi, crosses it into Flo Balogun. Nothing there except for 3 Bosnia defenders. Mexico is making it to the round of 16 without conceding. It is insane. It is insane. Again, a weak group. All these host nations got put into weak groups on purpose, but Mexico's legitimately looked good. Their first match against South America, they didn't look great. But ever since then, they've looked really good. Yeah, you can't cover your mouth. That's a rule, and it's a pretty clear rule. So if you're going to insult somebody so badly that you have to cover your mouth, you're going to get sent off. And I think that's a fine rule. Everybody knows that it's the rule, so don't do it, I guess. Yeah, he was off, I think. They'll probably show the line eventually, but I think he was off. The pass actually happened a little bit earlier than I thought it did in real time. It's tragic. Everybody here is sad. Yeah, here's the line. He's off. He's clearly off. But yeah, it's sad. Hey, but that's still some momentum for the U.S. And if we can poke one in before half, I'll be feeling good. If we can poke one in just like that before half, I'd be feeling good. Hincapié, red card. Arsenal officially signed him a permanent deal. I think he's no longer a Leverkusen player. Yeah, I think you're right. It is official. And the transfer window is open in Germany today. So business can be done in Germany today, officially. Transfer window's been open in England and other countries, but officially open today in Germany. Yeah, agreed, man. We are not fans of Arsenal here at Always Bayern Chelsea. We're not fans of the style they play. We're not fans of them as a club. And agreed. Yeah, so is that going to be, I guess, who even knows, because Ecuador is out of the World Cup. Oh, USA trying to play through the middle, but Bosnia is going to defend it nice. We are approaching the 35th minute, marking 10 minutes to go before stoppage time in this half, 0-0. Again, USA been dominating possession, but just that one offside goal. And I think so far you have to be happy with how you're playing if you're the US. It's just about that end product. Everything outside of that end product so far for the US has been pretty good. Did you hear that guy who broke the Canadian player's leg is suspended for 5 games? I didn't hear that. Was that a FIFA crackdown or what happened there? I did not hear that. Yeah, yeah, one of those situations where the resulting injury is definitely taken into consideration. Definitely taken into consideration. 5 games is a massive suspension for anything that's not like performance enhancing drugs, like red cards, anything. It's a big challenge. It's a big suspension for a challenge like that. Yeah, the match momentum they just showed on the broadcast here, the Fox broadcast, really paints a picture of complete U.S. dominance. But again, Bosnia has been compact enough to stop that end product. But here we go, Weston McKennie on the edge of the box for the USA. Weston McKennie crosses it in. Bosnia still super compact. Yeah, no, he wasn't. He wasn't. And I said it at the time, but I was livid, not just because he potentially ruined a generational player's career, but because it was such a reckless challenge that he didn't have to make, and he didn't even get a foul before it. Cross in, looking for Pulisic. McKennie cannot find him, but instead he finds Jedi Anthony Robinson, who just crosses it into no one. Flo Balogun is pissed. He's saying that he got his jersey tugged inside the box there. Ref wants none of it. I will say I've been happy so far with how the ref has refed this game. It is, I mean, yeah, Flo Balogun is pissed there because he wanted to jump up and head that ball, and the way that the Bosnia player was tugging on his kit prevented him from jumping up to try to head that ball. So I get why he's pissed. Still probably soft though, for it to actually, penalties are such a game-changing thing that, in my opinion, if you're a ref, you've got to, control the match, but you can't call every little thing like that in the box. Oh, McKennie trying to have some nice interplay with Dest, but it doesn't happen. But here we go. Is Flo going to get to it? Flo gets to it. He's in the box there. Cross, but it's deflected. He's trying to find Pulisic. You got to find Pulisic on one of those runs. Christian Pulisic has been making so many really nicely timed runs on that left-hand side, but nobody's been able to find him with a cross, partially because Bosnia has stuck so many blue shirts in the box to defend that. But these runs by Pulisic, if anybody finds him with one of those runs with a cross, that's going to be a goal. If someone can just get that ball over to Pulisic, I think it's going to be a goal. Again, Christian Pulisic in a USA shirt, he won't miss. In an AC Milan shirt, I don't know, but in a USA shirt, he will not miss. Here's a counter for Bosnia. Anthony Robinson barely deals with it. Looks like a miscommunication between Robinson and Tim Ream, but it's dealt with. Matt Freese distribution to Pulisic up the middle over to Robinson on the left-hand flank. And now it's Malik Tillman recycling the ball back as the USA looks to structure itself. McKennie over there to Robinson. Now look for Pulisic. Pulisic cut inside. Nope, he's finding Tillman instead. Tillman, Pulisic, he's got Pulisic. Crosses it, but nobody's there. Nobody is there on the right-hand side for Christian Pulisic's cross. But that's what you like to see. That's the kind of play you like to see if you're the U.S. And you have to imagine even a team that is as structured as Bosnia will break down. You have to imagine that even a team as structured as Bosnia will break down eventually through 90 minutes if you just put the pressure on like that. So that's what you like to see. Highly recommend looking up Coma Football's Bambi kit at halftime. It's gorgeous. Spider, maybe we'll have to look up some kits at halftime. Spider, remind me of that if I forget. But we're just 5 minutes plus stoppage from halftime here. That was a nice back heel from Tillman. And, man, Pulisic just has to either shoot that sooner or find somebody else, like look for Balogun, who's making that late run. Pulisic he was kind of in between there, I think, of do I shoot it, do I cross? Opted to shoot it. Well, opted to do whatever that was, a cross or a shot, just a little too late. Just a little too late. Like, if he would have shot it right away, he would have had a chance. And if he would have waited a little bit longer for Balogun's late run, it would have been a good chance. In Italy, we all know how they crumble against Bosnia. Yeah, Italy has been a joke for the last couple World Cup cycles, not even making it, which is crazy. Oh, that's a nice ball there from Freeman over to Flo Balogun. Balogun goes down. That's probably going to be a foul, right? Yeah, it's a free kick. It's a free kick for the USA in a dangerous spot, right on the right-hand side of the box. Yeah, that's a. I mean, he stepped on his foot. That's a free kick for sure. He stepped right on his foot, and that hurts, folks. If you ever play soccer, kid shopping at halftime. Good idea, Spider. If you ever played soccer, getting stepped on with cleats, it hurts. It hurts real bad for a second. These guys are not good enough to qualify for the expanded World Cup. Yeah, that's crazy. Germany in the Nations League almost crumbled to Italy in the quarterfinals, almost bottling a 4-goal lead. I remember that. That was a really crazy match, Adam, at the end. By the end of it, that was a really crazy match. All right, free kick for USA here. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be Robinson? Nope, it's going to be Tillman. Not good enough for Balogun. Not good enough from Balogun. Mauricio Pochettino in the dugout, looking to analyze some stuff and give his boys a pep talk coming up here in 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Man, I think Bosnia is basically playing the match that they set up for. Like, this is how I expected Bosnia to set up, and I think they're playing the game that they hoped for. And, I think the U.S. is kind of playing the game that they hoped for, too, outside of that end product, outside of that goal. Yeah, the hilarious corner goal we had and then being super mad. We actually ended up needing it. Yeah, that was a weird match, man. That Italy match was a weird match. I actually thought Germany at that point, I mean, they were dealing with a lot of injuries, but I thought that they could make a little bit of a better run in the Nations League, but they ran into some teams that were just better than them. Here's Bosnia looking to get on the front foot for once in this whole entire match. Bosnia really has not been on the front foot at all. I mean, I'm going to look at this. We'll look at the stats at halftime, but I have to imagine it's about, 70%, 68% possession for the USA. That's crazy. That is crazy. The U.S. looking a little bit tired and frustrated here, but we'll see what Poch has for the boys at halftime. We will see what Mauricio Pochettino has to say to these American lads in a couple minutes' time. Crazy, Adam. Crazy. I hope this match doesn't go into extra time. I'll just say that. We're a long ways away from that. Oh, a dummy there. Balogun, can he get it? Balogun in the box. Balogun, it's a goal. He's on that time, right? Right? He's on that time. There's no way that could be offside. Let's go. USA. Born in the USA. All right. Perfect way to end the half. That was who did that dummy? Was that Tillman? Was that Tillman who did that dummy to start that play? Because that was dirty. That was a dirty, dirty dummy. Yeah, you cannot give Flo Balogun that space. You just can't. That was a good ball. Unlucky from Bosnia, but we caught him. We caught him out. Bosnia was trying to start a counterattack from the goal kick there, and then a little bit of an unlucky deflection off the own player. And Flo Balogun, when he has that chance, he's going to make it. He's going to make it when he has that chance. I've been loving Flo Balogun this tournament so far for America. 1-0 USA. Wahoo! The deflection was lucky. The deflection was a little lucky. But what I will say, it was poor defending, but more so I would say an unlucky deflection. But what I'm also going to say is that the U.S., I think, deserves that goal. I think – oh, Tyler Adams down here? But I think the U.S. deserves that goal. I really do. I think the U.S. has been dominating. I wouldn't say they deserve more than one goal, but I would say that they deserve one. I would say they deserve one. Let's see. Oh, that was a nasty collision there with Adams. I mean, hey, I love the desire to want more. You can't, you don't just want to go into halftime la-di-da. You want to get more. Bosnia is a little bit rattled right now, I'm sure. So you want to get more. So I love the aggression from Adams. But, man, he's got to look where he's going. Banter should just go to the Italians because they're the ones that embarrass themselves. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more embarrassing to not make the World Cup. But then on the other token, oh, here's the ref cam. The ref cam is so much fun. Yeah, that was a really unlucky deflection, especially seeing it from the ref cam. But there we go. It's a goal. It's a goal either way, and it's a deserved goal. It really is a deserved goal from how this match has went. Bosnia has not looked to attack. Bosnia has not looked to get on the front foot at all. At all. So that's deserved for the USA. A lot of you guys, if you've watched us before here, you know that I hate defensive football when you're not trying to score. I get there's a time and a place to be defensive. There's a time and a place to just lock down and be structured, but you can't do that for 90 minutes. You can't do that for 90 minutes. And this is unfortunate because Tyler Adams is still down. Tyler Adams is still down. Yeah, the commentators are saying it should have been a foul. Let me see that again. Should it have been? Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I do think it probably should have been a foul. I think Pochettino thinks so too. He's talking to the ref. McKinney's talking to the ref. Yeah, I mean, I actually read the rule about that the other day when I was thinking about the Jonathan Tah goal on Germany that got disallowed. You aren't allowed really to invade somebody's space in that way. So according to how the rule is written, I think that is a foul. Big up to Zier, Deontay. Deontay, tell Zier big up from me as well. And ask him what he thinks about the game. Hope Tyler Adams is okay. Maybe he can get checked out a little bit more here at halftime. But, I mean, he's going to go through all the concussion protocol there. I mean, that was just head to elbow, head to shoulder, whatever it was. He's going to go through the concussion protocol, and we'll see. Deontay, you're the best. Pulisic is also wants to have a word with the referee. Oh, it looks like the ref is forcing Adams out. So I don't know how much time there's going to be for Bosnia, but they're going to have a few minutes here where the U.S. has 10 guys. So Bosnia is going to be up a man for at least a minute here. And if you're Bosnia, you got to go. You got to go, 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 because I don't think the U.S. is going to let up. And you have a man advantage right now. If you're Bosnia, you have that man advantage, so you got to go. But we'll see. We'll see. Bosnia has not, again, shown much willingness to attack. They've not shown very much willingness to go forward. They've shown great willingness to defend. There's a really interesting cross there. Robinson is going to get megged, but Pulisic's going to be there to sweep up any sort of potential damage. Over to Tillman, back to Robinson. Robinson's going through the middle here to McKennie. No, that was McKennie, yeah. Over to Pulisic. Dang, that would have been sweet. Like, Pulisic is so dangerous in those kinds of like long runs out wide like that. Pulisic is really dangerous in those spots. So I was hoping for a little something there. So I don't know how much more time is going to be. I mean, the 5 minutes is up, but we had that big Adams injury, so it will potentially be a lot more. Yeah, Pulisic thinks this is a card here. I mean, he has a good case for that to be a card. His jersey's getting yanked. How good of an opportunity is it? I don't really know. I wasn't sure about what the rest of the guys were doing, but Pulisic has a point for that to be a card. I mean, you know, I would say if this was later in the match, I think the ref would potentially think about carding him for that. You can't pull on the jersey when a guy has a breakaway like that. You can't just stop a breakaway. But here's a free kick. Spider says 4 more minutes after the 5. Here's Robinson. Oh, it's nicely put in. Oh, wow. Just not quite. Oh, here we go. Richards, Pulisic, Freeman. Who has it? Who wants it? Pulisic now. Pulisic over on the right-hand side. Really drifting Pulisic. Cleared away by Bosnia. So we're looking at, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more minutes probably. Nice little back heel from Pulisic to Robinson there. Robinson cuts in. Pulisic now in the middle. That wasn't Pulisic on the left-hand side. Here we go. Oh, Dest Balogun off the bar. Balogun wants a pen, I think. That's not a pen. I don't know what he wants there, but Dest is on. Dest is on. What a nicely controlled header by Dest. And Balogun. Wow. Balogun, yeah. The U.S. has their tails up. The U.S. has their tails up. Flo Balogun trying to chip it over the keeper. His legs get tangled in with the Bosnia player's legs, and it goes off the bar. It skips off the crossbar. That would have been sweet. That would have been the icing on top of the cake for a good half from the United States of America. Man. Oh, so Balogun is 1 shy of is that World Cup or U.S. World Cup record or U.S. tournament record? Get it done, Jim. Get it done. I mean, we got to go into halftime. The ref is starting to lose control of things here. Get it done. Get it done. But then what's going to happen to Nico? What's going to happen to your boy Nico Jackson if Flo goes to Chelsea? Yeah, I mean, that's not a foul on McKennie. I don't think that's a foul on McKennie. I mean, McKennie has all ball. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the call is going to be. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about Flo right now. I'm not sure where he's going. I really want to know what the call is going to be. I think we should just go into halftime. I mean, come on. We're already at 10 minutes almost, or 9 minutes of stoppage here. I get that there's been a couple injuries already, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was going to say, is this guy going to have to sit out for a minute? Tyler Adams had to sit out for a minute. Yeah, so far I think the ref has been doing a good job. I think what's it going to be here? Free kick to Bosnia or to US? US. All right. Oh my gosh. That was a mistake from the US just kicking the ball out. But now we're going to get halftime. Now we are going to get halftime, and it's 1-0 US. USA has looked good, guys. USA has been absolutely controlling this match. They got a goal to show for it. Got a goal to show for it. So much control. Bosnia has really, I mean, let's look at the stats. 63% possession for US, 37 for Bosnia. 6 shots for the US, 1 on goal. Bosnia has 2 shots, both on goal. So, you can see what the game plan is from both of these teams. The game plan from Bosnia is to be compact and then look to counter and look to just make your chances count, whereas the US is trying to, kind of, I think, use those flanks to go wide and just penetrate that block that Bosnia is setting up. And I mean, so far the US has been marginally successful at it. They scored the goal, obviously, and have had a couple decent chances, the offside goal being one of them. But yeah, I mean, if you're Pochettino, if you're the US, I think you just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you definitely can't sit on a 1-goal lead. I know Bosnia has not looked threatening, but anybody can poke in a goal here and there. So if I'm the US, I just keep doing what I'm doing. And I try to get another one. I try to get another if I'm the US. I don't think it's safe to sit on a 1-goal lead. But again, that's just kind of my general philosophy. I think it comes back to bite you too many times if you try to get all defensive and sit on a 1-0 lead. There comes a time for that. I mean, if we're in the 80th minute and it's 1-0, you can do that, but not right out of half. Spurs have been so active in the transfer market, 185 million pounds just today. Yeah, they have been. I mean, we'll see if, I don't know if these are De Zerbi transfers or what, but they got Luka Vuskovic, which I think is a great transfer for Spurs. I was kind of pissed that Bayern didn't go and get him for the price that he was worth. I mean, what was it, like 50 million pounds? That's, I think, like maybe 60 million euros. And he's worth that. I mean, in this market, he's totally worth that. And if Upamecano or Ta goes down hurt, Bayern's going to be in trouble center back wise. No offense to Kim, but he hasn't really shown that he's up for the brightest of lights. And yeah, I mean, I wanted to get Vuskovic for Bayern and just do a 3 kind of center back rotation, rotate Upa and Ta out so everybody stays fresh and Vuskovic gets minutes. And that was my transfer plan. If I was head of Bayern, that's what I would have done. But Spurs swooped him up today. And yeah, Spurs have been active, like Spider says. Yeah. I don't have total faith in De Zerbi. I think he's going to be good for Spurs for a little bit, but I don't know how long he's going to be able to be good for Spurs. I really don't. De Zerbi's an interesting cat. He's an interesting cat. I think his style kind of suits them, though. If this was a better team, I don't think the USA would have scored if they were going up against Spain because their keeper would have saved that shot. Yeah, Adam, if they were going up against Spain, though, it would be a different match. The U.S. wouldn't have 63% possession like this. Spain wouldn't be in such a low block like Bosnia is. Spain wouldn't be as compact, but Spain would be a hell of a lot more dangerous than we've seen Bosnia, that's for sure. Spain is a team that loves to control possession. Loves to control possession. That's kind of their thing. And Bosnia's had 37% possession, so that would be quite different if the U.S. was playing Spain. But I agree. I think the keeper maybe saves it. If that's Spain here. But yeah, appreciate everybody for being here in this live stream. Remember to subscribe to Always Bayern Chelsea right here on YouTube. Jim and I doing a lot of live streams for the World Cup. Leave this video a like so that it does wonders in the YouTube algorithm. And join the chat here. Leave a comment. I love talking to you guys. It's a whole lot of fun. Spider says, I've been trying to get my Spurs fan friend to start supporting the channel. So they're just on my mind. Spider, please, Spider, tell your friends, everybody. Tell your friends about Always Bayern Chelsea, because that is, what we want here. We want a community of real people, real friends. In this age of digital advertising and SEO and all this junk, AI, why don't you just tell a friend? Just tell a friend about Always Bayern Chelsea, and we'll join, subscribe and join this channel, join this community. That's the way it's done. That's the way it's done. And you can tell your Spurs fan friend that my boss is a Spurs fan, a diehard Spurs fan who, his family has season tickets. He's from London. And so I will be paying more attention to Spurs this year as well, if that means anything to you or your friend. Tell everybody. Tell them all. Tell them all. Okay, I got to go fill up my water. My mouth is getting dry. But that doesn't mean leave, because I'm going to be back in such a short amount of time. Like, you won't even realize that I'm gone. I don't think you're even going to realize that I'm gone. So I'm going to go fill up my water. Then we can maybe look at some kits, like Spider said. Remember, though, you guys, you're in charge now. When I'm gone for 30 seconds here, you're all in charge. Don't leave. You're all in charge. So, again, no parties, no stealing liquor from the booze cabinet, and I'll be right back. All right, I hope nobody partied when I left. Oh, you started the timer, Spider. What are we at? Hey, no parties just because I go to fill up my water. What are we at? Spider, I should have ran. And I should have used the fastest faucet in the house, but I didn't. 39:26. I mean, that's pretty good. That's under a minute. I mean, can you get better than that? Yeah, they're showing the World Cup bracket. Okay, Spider, what kit did you want me to look up? What kit did Spider want me to look up? It was like Bambi something, wasn't it? Coma Football's Bambi kit, the fastest faucet. Okay, Spider, let's look this up for you. Football Bambi kit. Let's see what we're looking at. Ooh. Wait, is this this one here? Spider, this is nice. Spider, this is really nice. Is this the one you're talking about? Because this kit is nice. And what is this, Spider? Can you tell me what Bambi Heritage, Coma, or Comma, whatever, I don't know. That's a nice kit, Spider. Can you tell me what that is? What is this kit for? Oh, is it actually Jamal Musiala Bambi? Is that what it's for? It looks nice. Because Jamal Musiala is our little boy, our little Bambi boy. That's cool. That's cool. Again, this is my favorite USA kit ever. It's just so cool. I love that kit. That's my favorite US kit. I would oof. That's so cool. That is so cool. You know whose kits I also like this year and are one of my favorites? It's Colombia. You probably know. I love Lucho, and it's the Colombia kits this year. So they seem like a business who do special kits for great players, great nations, great moments. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, this Columbia kit is so nice. The details on this kit here are so cool. But I actually really like the away ones are pretty sweet too, to be honest. But what I really like is the retro Columbia kits, which I think are for sale on Adidas here. The retro Columbia kits. Let me see if I can find them. Deontay, Japan has some of the best kits, and I'm glad they got to wear their away kits. Yeah, that's so weird. I can't find the. I swear they were selling them. Let's see. This one. I love this one. Love, love, love this one. The 1990 Columbia kits. I think those are really cool too. Okay. Yeah, let's look up Japan's kits for Deontay. Deontay, this one's for you. Yeah, those are the away ones, which I love. Those are the home ones, which I think are I'm not a huge fan of those, but this is one of my favorite kits in the World Cup right here. These Japan kits, these are cool. They have a Vozinga special edition. They have a PSG champions. Oh, cool. I'm gonna go on their website after this. Maddie, you liked. Well, we all like Mexico, I think. I know you liked South Korea's kits a lot. Oh yeah, maybe Algeria too. Maddie, I know you love the South Korea kits. The South Korea kits are beautiful. Home and away, beautiful. Here's the home one. Oh wait, I'm not even showing this anymore. Guys, I'm fumbling right now. Here we go. This is the home South Korea kit. Really cool. And I actually think I prefer the away ones a little bit. These like lavender yeah, it's not going to go when I open up a new tab. These like lavender ones. But let's look up Japan's retro kits. Love a good like kit lookup, you know? Oh, these are cool, Deontay. I don't know if these are the ones that you're talking about, but with the flame, those are cool. That's super cool, Deontay. Yeah, Mexico just has some all-time cool World Cup kits. This is this year's. Super cool. Super cool. Mexico has a really cool badge too. And then this was their 2022 away kit. I mean, Mexico just has some heaters. Mexico always has some heaters. Yeah, this one is kind of fun. Just always heaters from Mexico. And let's look up retro kits. I know they have some cool retro ones like this one. That's super cool. Yeah. Okay, we'll look up Algeria. I know Algeria is kind of similar to Mexico. It's this one I think is the one that you liked, Maddie, the green ones. Those are cool. Let's look up 2026 though. These are not the ones that they're wearing this World Cup, I don't think. I thought they had a really cool pattern on them, the green ones. So cool. Lavender is beautiful. Purple is the best color. Spider, that's a good take from you, I think. I like that as well. And Mom likes Mexico. That's good. That's awesome to hear. All right. We got to be getting close to the end of halftime, but I got to look up that brand. I got to look up that brand that Spider had before. We can look at their some of their timelessly designed kits. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool Mexico one. And you got Argentina, England here, Portugal here. Yeah, those are cool. World Cup heritage. So this is just a brand that just makes their own kits, you know, I'm assuming. They must have some licensing agreement Jake says USA all the way. That is good to hear. That's a really good omen. Really, really good omen. This Germany one is cool. This is really cool. Yeah, the Senegal kits. Okay, I think we're returning to the stadium. We'll look up the Senegal kits though. I don't want 10%. Unfortunately, Senegal lost today. Yeah, I really like this one. This Senegal kit, that is a sleeper kit. That is really cool, that pattern. Love it. All right, they're showing Mauricio Pochettino heading back to the dugout. So I think, oh, you own the Germany white one, Spider. That's awesome. Adidas did a lot of really cool USA retro this year. Yeah, the Morocco away. These are the ones they were wearing the other night when they won their penalty shootout against the Netherlands, I believe. Okay, Morocco's away kits. Yeah, Maddie, look at that. Looks like we're about to kick off. So let me get the scorecard back up here. Looks like we are about to kick off. Flo Balogun in the center circle, I believe, along with Christian Pulisic. If I had a bigger screen, I could maybe tell you. Second half, I'm going lights on too. So it's about to be really bright for a second. And then hopefully the auto camera setup corrects, and we're going lights on for you. Good luck for the USA in the second half, folks. Adidas, the best brand. OAT sponsors the pickleball team. Adidas, yeah, they've been doing good lately. I think for soccer too. Adidas has been a lot better than Nike. I don't like the fit of the Nike World Cup template, like the Nike World Cup template that they use for all their World Cup kits. I don't like the fit and the style of it really. Adidas has been doing a better job, in my opinion, just style wise. I am too, Spider. I mean, Adidas is in Munich. They're based in Munich, and they've been synonymous with Germany for 100 years, right? Like, yeah. I mean, it's a bummer, but we are back underway here. The second half has officially kicked off for the USA versus Bosnia. The USA holds a 1-0 lead as we're getting underway here in the second half. USA dominating the first half, really, but not having a lot of good chances. Luckily, poked one in at the end of the first half. Yeah, Maddie, Jim will love that you said that. Ivory Coast, good home and away. Jim got the home kit. I think I actually like the away kit better. The home kit is definitely more like quintessential Ivory Coast. It's that orange, but the away kit is I prefer it. If just kit for kit, I prefer the away one. But the home one is definitely more classic for Ivory Coast. Yes, Jim will be mad if he hears that. But here we go. We are back underway, and I gave halftime. I know a 2-0 lead is the most dangerous lead in sports, but US got to go again. Christian Pulisic, man, he's fast up that left-hand flank, looking to cross it in. He's got Flo Balogun and one other runner. He crosses it in. Balogun down in the box. Going to be headed out by Dest, I believe. It's a US corner for sure. Yeah. I think, again, this USA team is playing like a staple Mauricio Pochettino side. High energy, bombing up the flanks, and I think Mauricio Pochettino's trademark style just suits this USA team so well. There are a lot of young guys. They're moldable. They don't have to play a whole season at this level of intensity. It's just one tournament. But if they can keep this intensity up, Robinson corner in, straight up in the air. But Robinson, Freeman, going Tim Ream looking to do something. No. Unable to make anything happen, Tim Ream. Are you talking about when he kicked the ball out of bounds? But yeah, this I mean, I think this kind of play suits the USA well, and I think that Mauricio Pochettino is doing a good job. Bosnia is definitely just looking to have more possession and more structure. I mean, more possession within their structure. Because Bosnia is going to have to build one way or the other. And whether that's building up from the back with possession, I mean, it's probably going to have to be building up from the back with possession because uh, they are so deep. They're playing so deep and compact that I don't see how else. Yeah, I don't see how else they are going to be building anything really, unless it's just like a counter or like they're not pressing hard enough to force turnovers in dangerous areas really. Oh yeah, is he? Is he? Is he? Um, let's look, Maddie. Yes. Oh, he's about to come in, I think. Tarovich, I believe, is the Milwaukee Messi. I think what number is he? I think he's one of these guys that's about to come in right now. Adam, you are back now. Thank goodness you're back, Adam. Um, yeah, he was born in Appleton, I believe. Definitely a Wisconsin boy. Tarovich. I think that's him, 26. I think that's him, number 26. The Milwaukee Messi. Let's see what number he is here. Um, oh, he's number 20. Well, yeah, he's coming in right here. Artarovich, number 20. Just subbed on the Milwaukee Messi, Appleton, Wisconsin native, but plays for Bosnia here. And he scored, yeah, against Italy in the qualifiers. Game winner, it says. Wow. Yeah, hometown, Appleton, Wisconsin. They're putting it up on the board. That's awesome. Yeah, plays for PSV. A lot of Americans playing for PSV at some time or another. It is. It is. And we're from Wisconsin as well. Jim and I are from Wisconsin as well. So despite the Milwaukee Messi getting into the game here, Jim and I are still cheering for United States. You better believe it. Okay. Tillman handles. Your mom's from Green Bay. No way. Well, uh, yeah, Bartarovich is from Appleton, which is so close to Green Bay. So close. That's awesome though. Thanks for thanks for finding us and for being here and watching these matches with us. Oh yeah, Bosnia. Oh, here's a little chip. Here's a little chip dealt with by Bosnia though for a throw in. Christian Pulisic looking to take the throw in quick. Um, but yeah, I think so far Bosnia has definitely tried to up the tempo a little bit. They're trying to create a little bit more chaos this second half so far. I mean, we're only what 8 minutes in, just about. So, yeah, small world though. That's awesome. Here's Tillman. Tillman tries to find Balogun. He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. But that was another little flash in the pan from the USA. And like one or two more of those where the ball finds the back of the net at the end of it, and we'll be in great shape. We will be in great shape. I mean, it's been a good match from the USA so far, but we got to keep the pressure up. We got to keep the pressure up. Just got to keep the pressure up. Got to make something else happen here. And yes, they're talking about it. The winner of this game is playing Belgium. Belgium beat Senegal today in a thrilling comeback win. Senegal going up 2-0 and then just choking it away 3-2. Belgium winning. Belgium, on paper is the better team than Senegal. And if the USA are to hold on and to win this game, Belgium would be the better team over America as well. But I like America's chances against Belgium. Adam, perfect timing with your question. I think Belgium has a better team, but I think that the U.S. has been playing better this World Cup than Belgium has, and I like America's chances. I like America's chances, and yes, that's a good point because Seattle is, might be the mecca of soccer in America. The Seattle Sounders, Seattle Seahawks Stadium there, the 12th man, it's a real thing. Shout out to the Seattle Seahawks as well, by the way. I don't know if Trick Shotters is still in here, but big Seahawks fan there. And that is the stadium where the quarterfinals will be played if the U.S. holds on, USA versus Belgium. And I think I would back the U.S. in that one. Believe it or not. I've really, Super Bowl champs. I've really been impressed with the USA so far this tournament. Way more impressed than I thought I would be. But Bosnia is looking good here. Circling the edge of the box. We got the Appleton native. Oh, what a shot from Bosnia, but it's going to soar over the crossbar for a USA goal kick. Potential USA-Spain quarterfinals would be in LA. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure where that match would be. Super blow champions. I didn't even catch that, Spider. Spider, I'm glad you're on the case. But yeah, I mean, Spain hasn't impressed me either. I mean, I think you have to be a fool to predict the USA to beat Spain, but I don't know. USA has looked good so far. There's not a lot of big teams that have looked great in this tournament, if you ask me. France has looked incredible, but Spain hasn't always looked good. England hasn't always looked good. Portugal hasn't always looked good. Argentina's looked really good, but they haven't played anybody yet. They really haven't played anybody yet. But Argentina's looked good, I suppose. Yes, Trick Shotters, where are you? We're talking about your boys, the Super Bowl champs, the Seattle Seahawks. Spain, Austria tomorrow, Adam. That's going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to that matchup for Conrad Leimer purposes on Austria. But also I want to see how those two teams match up. Yeah. Hawks. Here's Weston McKennie in for the U.S. He's going to try to cross it, but Bosnia, congestion in the box, which is one thing that Bosnia has done so well this match so far, has been to congest the box and just throw blue shirts back there whenever and wherever they can. Just waiting for a potential Nations League final rewatch again. Yeah, Portugal, Spain, that would be sweet. That'd be sweet. Although I do kind of want Austria to beat Spain. I do kind of want Austria to beat Spain, but that would be sweet. It'd be a good matchup. Be a really good matchup. Congest that box to the tune of move that bus. That is the Bosnia and Herzegovina special. U.S. throw. Robinson to Balogun to Tillman, I think. To Tyler Adams, to Pulisic, who's going to turn it over. Portugal, Croatia in Toronto tomorrow. That's another good matchup, Adam. Adam, that's another really spicy matchup. Austria 3-2 over Spain. Croatia 2-1 over Portugal. That's what I hope happens. I mean, that would be sweet. That would be so sweet, Spider. The Austria-Spain match could potentially be high scoring given those two teams. I mean, I don't know if I should really say that, but because Spain isn't looking to score necessarily all the time, but they do have a lot of threats to score, and Austria is just a team full of workhorses, full of guys who hustle, guys who never give up, guys who never stop pressing, never stop running. That's Austria for you. One of the reasons why I love him. But yeah, we got USA 1. We got Bosnia 0. Bosnia into the box here. Good chance for Bosnia. Wonderfully defended by Tim Ream. Wonderfully cleared by Tim Ream there. And the U.S. is going to look to counter. We got a run up the right-hand flank from Chris Richards, I believe. Chris Richards still going on his feet, but he can't find Pulisic. Pulisic is everywhere. He's on the right-hand flank. He's on the left-hand flank. If Chris Richards could have found Christian Pulisic there, wow. I mean, that is Pochettino ball at its finest, folks. Oh, that was crazy, Adam. That was a good spell. I mean, Bosnia had a great chance there, but Timmy Ream, the captain, the United States captain, Tim Ream just had oh wow, he's the oldest player ever to appear in a World Cup match for the US. He's 38, going on 39. Respect to Tim Ream there. That could be a very, very, very consequential clearance. Got to find Pulisic, though. If you do, I mean, if you find Christian Pulisic on a run like that, I mean, Pulisic is on the right side. He's on the left side. Pulisic really a ton of freedom to drift. And a player of his caliber, I think that's super smart by Pochettino to give him that freedom, to play left wing, occupy the central areas. Again, hell, even occupy the right-hand flank at times. 6:30 West Coast time in a few minutes. Adam, it is 8:30 Central Standard Time. One of the reasons why I hope this one doesn't go into extra time is because I don't want to stay up late again. I stayed up late for Morocco, Netherlands. I've been staying up late for all these matches. What match was it yesterday that got delayed? Whatever the late match was yesterday got delayed an hour or so because of the rain, so I ended up staying up late yesterday anyways. Ooh, that is a dangerous challenge from Flo Balogun there. Yeah, the commentators are saying not intentional at all, but it is a dangerous challenge. I wonder if he's going to get carded for that. 7:30 Spider time. We're talking mountain time for you, Spider. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder if – oh, they're showing a different play. But I wonder if it's going to be a card for Balogun there. Next live stream, by the way, what are you doing next? We're for sure doing Mexico-England. That's the next one on the schedule is Mexico-England round of 16. We'll see. Adam, I would just say this. Keep your eyes and your ears peeled on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever, because we'll be announcing them there. We're for sure doing Mexico-England. This weekend is kind of tough. Like, it's 4th of July weekend here, celebrating the big 250 for these United States of America. So I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing. Maybe. Let me look at the matches, Adam, and we'll see if I'll do any other live streams. But he's checking for a red? You cannot. Yeah, the commentators are saying it's way worse when you see this in slow motion. This cannot be a red. I'm fine with giving Flo a yellow here. I mean, it looks, when you see this in slow motion, it looks like he's destroying the guy, but it's not intentional. And I think intent needs to be a massive, massive, massive part of giving a red card. So I think you give him a yellow, and I think you call it a day. Mexico, Ecuador, that was the one that was delayed. Yeah. Oh, you were supposed to work, so that was good for you. I don't think you can give a red card here. It looks horrible when you show the freeze frame and you show it at, a frame a second. It looks really bad. But if you show, incredibly harsh. If you show a freeze frame of 20 different plays during a match, you could give a red. You could give a red for, legitimately. Here's the decision. USA, Canada. It was Flo Balogun who made the challenge. Let's see. It's a red. Game-changing decision. Red card, game-changing decision. The USA is going to have to completely throw their game plan out the window. That is a horrible, horrible, horrible call. It was not intentional. USA is down to 10. It was not intentional at all. A yellow card, sure. But yeah, he's looking for the ball. He's not trying to do anything nefarious there. I mean, again, how many plays a game are that bad? If you take a freeze frame of 10 challenges in a match, you can give a red. Yeah. Wow. That is a horrible call. I mean, that's just a horrible call. Sebastian Berhalter, Gio Reyna, trying to comfort Flo Balogun on the sidelines. That's a bad call because that is just such a game-changing call. Not, of course, it wasn't intentional. I mean, yeah. I mean, to give that, you're changing the game. Like you gotta, yeah. This is really bad for the USA. Now is the time where if you want to just hunker down and be defensive for 40 minutes here, or 30 minutes here. I mean, now is the time when you can do it. Like, yeah. You're just going to neuter this entire game by giving that call. And again, like it was not an intentional foul. It was not anything malicious. It was just in slow motion. It looked horrible. But in fast motion, it looked like 10 other challenges in a match. Tim Ream. Oh, nicely saved by Freeze. Tim Ream with an unfortunate clearance right to the Bosnia player. Yeah, it's a bad call. Big Dean, I think you're right. I think it's a bad call. I think it's a yellow. I think it's for sure a yellow, but yeah, it's going to be tough. We're going to see the mental strength of this USA team. They're facing some true adversity here because, yeah, like I said, if you take a freeze frame of 10 challenges, if any time studs don't hit the ball and they hit a player, you're going to give a red card. It's going to be 8v8 by the end of the game, and that's just no way to play football. Like if Balogun wasn't going for the ball, if he was looking down, looking at the ankle and then deliberately stepping on it, that's a red to me. But what happened there is not a red. But Bosnia is going to be hungry now. They are going to try to be on the front foot for once. This is the first time Bosnia all match has tried to be on the front foot, and they're going to look to, maybe strike while the U.S. is a little bit more disorganized and not completely structured, and while Pochettino is going to be barking orders from the sidelines, and they won't be quite sure of what to do. Although, they practiced for this. We play with 10. I mean, 9 if you don't count the keeper. 10 players if you count the keeper. Not for the rest of the tournament. Here's Bosnia, though. The Appleton native looking to make something happen, but Matt Freeze is there. So we'll play with 10 for the rest of this match, and then Flo Balogun might be suspended for the next match. I'm not exactly sure about how the rules work with FIFA. Usually if you get a red, though, you're going to be suspended for a match. But we'll be able to play with 11. Yeah, 9 without the goalie. You are right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bosnia again has not shown any willingness to attack all match, so I'm not sure. But like down to 10 men, they could definitely score one. USA could also still score one here, but it's definitely possible that Bosnia could score one. They're gonna have to go quick. I mean, there's relatively quick. They're gonna have to start to show some intensity. There's 20 minutes plus stoppage left, 22 minutes. Yeah, they're up 1. That's good. That's good. So here's the commercial break, and let's look at this challenge here on Robinson. I mean, that was a foot-to-foot contact there. If you're going to call a red, It looks so. I mean, it looks so bad. They're showing it in slow motion. It looks horrible, but yeah. Can you imagine if you had to play with 10 for the rest of the tournament? That would be crazy. I mean, imagine if you had to play with 10 for the rest of the tournament and then every card accumulates and then you could get 9. But yeah, let me look up. Or maybe Adam or Spider, maybe you can tell me, is Flo going to automatically be suspended for the next round? Yeah, so suspended for the Belgium game. I mean, that's huge because Flo Balogun is one of our best scorers. I believe it said that he was the top scorer for the USA, maybe ever in a World Cup, in one World Cup. I mean, what does he have? Like 4 goals? He got a brace against Paraguay. I think he has 4 goals already. And that's, I mean, that's also part of the reason why it's so harsh is because he's suspended now for the quarters. Or I guess round of 16 it would be against Belgium. They can hold on now. No striker on top. It's gonna have to be someone else with less capability. Yeah, I mean, they might kind of just go strikerless and focus more on midfield and focus more on defending. I mean, you can throw Pulisic and whoever else you want up top in kind of a 2-striker system, maybe like a 4 or like a 3-4-2 or something. I don't know, because they're kind of playing a makeshift like 3-5-2 right now. But yeah, this is gonna get interesting, folks. That was a bad call. That was a bad call. We're coming back from the commercial break now. But here's one thing. Here's one thing though, is that these commercial breaks, they drastically affect the momentum of a match. So we'll see. We'll see if this affects the momentum one way or the other, but it sure as heck has been affecting the momentum in most matches I've watched. Mauricio Pochettino still talking to the official, trying to get an explanation for that Flo Balogun red card. Incredibly harsh. For Bosnia, if they don't score here, he might be unlucky, but if they go down another goal in 10 minutes, if Bosnia goes down another goal, it's over. If the USA scores, it's over. I mean, you might as well go home. Bosnia is not scoring 2. We'll see if they can score 1. We'll see. But Bosnia is not going to score 2. But this, I mean, this totally changes the match. Like the U.S. is going to have to be way more defensive now than they wanted to be, and just hope that Bosnia can't poke one in. Pepe or Wright for strikers next game? Probably Pepe. Probably Pepe. I think I would go Pepe. But yeah, so Flo Balogun, he's going to be suspended 1 match. I don't think it'll go up to 2. Again, I don't know the rules really with FIFA, but as far as I know, he's just going to be suspended for that next round match if the USA would go through, which I'm not going to lie, that would be a massive loss for the US. If the US can win this, no Flo Balogun for Belgium would be such a huge loss for the US. I mean, someone can fact check me, but I think he has 4 goals this World Cup. I think he has 4 this World Cup, and he's definitely the USA's top scorer this World Cup. Park the bus, not now. I mean, I don't know if I would completely park the bus if I was the US, but I would definitely not be playing the way that I was playing most of this game, which was very free and very just wide, I guess. All right, the man from Appleton, Wisconsin, trying to put Anthony Robinson on skates, but Robinson is going to kick it out for a Bosnia corner. Against Belgium, will not return against potential Spain. Whoever wins the rematch. He will not return for that? If USA beats I mean, we're looking really far ahead, but you're saying if USA beats Bosnia and Belgium, he won't get to play the quarters? I thought he would get to play the quarters, but I'm not sure of the rules for FIFA. Spider thinks it's just a 1-game suspension. It should be a 1-game suspension. I mean, especially for that. If it was 2 games in the knockouts, Bosnia with a great chance. Oh my goodness, Chris Richards is there to play hero. Yeah. I mean, that was a bad call. It's such a huge call for such an inconsequential, uh, unintentional challenge. Here we go. Freeze is going to handle that one. Hmm. Yeah, folks, this is going to get weird for the USA without Flo Balogun. This is going to get weird without Flo Balogun. I mean, Christian Pulisic is the bona fide star on the United States, but Flo Balogun, I mean, Christian Pulisic's been injured. Flo Balogun has been the guy who's been putting the ball in the back of the net. Christian Pulisic has been injured, and Flo Balogun has been the guy for the USA who's been putting the ball in the back of the net. And that's how you win. Okay, I think we're about to see some subs. Yep, Bosnia, I'm assuming just putting on all their attacking reinforcements. I don't know the Bosnia bench like this, I'll admit. I try to follow the World Cup as closely as I possibly can, but I definitely don't know the deep, deep reserves in that Bosnian bench. But I'm assuming they're going to be bringing on all of their attacking reinforcements, all of their possible attacking reinforcements. Yeah, the guy that they took out is a defender for sure, so makes sense. Man, yeah, what was VAR doing on that one, guys? What was VAR doing? Okay, it is just a one-game suspension unless it's reviewed and deemed more severe. Yeah, I mean that one broke Kone's leg. So the Bosnia player just got up and continued to play. So I don't think if we're going based off of like injury severity, I don't think this is going to get more than one game suspension. But hey, at this point, with some of these refereeing decisions, some of these VAR decisions specifically in this World Cup, um, who knows, man? And Bosnia, I mean, their tails are going to be up now. Cross in for Bosnia, Richardson, but not completely cleared. Bosnia shot. It's going to be Freeman with the deflection out of bounds for the USA. This is going to be a nervy last 15 minutes for the USA, folks. This is going to be a very, very nervy last 15 minutes. The USA is just going to have to hope and pray that they can hold on to this 1-0 lead and then scrape together an attacking unit against Belgium that does not consist of their World Cup star, Flo Balogun. And here's Bosnia circling, Bosnia hungry. Over to Pulisic, though. Pulisic's going to put the Bosnia team on skates, get shoved over. That has to be a foul, please. Yeah, they are. I mean, this is a huge moment of adversity for the U.S. I mean, yeah. I mean, is that going to be a card? Is that one going to be a card now? I mean, he just shoves him in the back. I mean, if we get a red card for Flo Balogun, really any sort of foul could be a yellow, I would assume, right? I mean, it's obviously not a yellow. Like, there's no way you should call that a yellow, but you just don't know with the precedent that the referee set by giving Flo a red. You really don't know. Who is it, Adam? Who gets the favorable calls? Not Germany. Not Germany. And not England either, I guess, after today. We'll see. I mean, Bosnia does not deserve to win this game, I'll tell you that. And let's just hope it doesn't go into extra time and I can get some shut-eye tonight. Because all these games are getting delayed. They're going to shootouts. I've been staying up late. Oh, what a back heel from Tillman. He's in the box again. Oh, you got to score. You got to score. Come on. The flag is up. Pulisic scores and the flag is up. He's saying no. Pulisic says no. Pulisic says no shot. Pulisic says absolutely no shot. Yeah, when did that come off of McKinney? When? I couldn't tell. I honestly could not tell. What a freaking heel flip from Tillman to find McKinney. He's way off. Although it's a little deceiving with the camera angle. Yeah, was it a touch though? All right. Man, that's the third goal for the U.S. today. Two of them off. Yes. Okay, Adam, I see what you're saying. Argentina has definitely gotten some favorable calls. No foul. Let's go. Let's go. Man, the USA's got to score again. I mean, the Bosnia manager, I don't know how he's not getting carded. Okay, he's going to at least get a yellow. I was like, the Bosnia manager picked up the ball and is running and screaming at the official. How can you be pissed at the official if you're the Bosnia manager? Give him a red, man. If USA loses this match, at least it will give me ammo against my American friends who are giving me a hard time. Yeah, I mean, the Bosnia manager is fuming and refusing to give Tillman the ball. Tillman, I think, is just laughing at him. Yeah, yellow card. Deserved yellow card for the Bosnia manager. USA, man, we can score again. We can score again with 10 men. We can score again with 10 men. Yellow card for Bosnia. Finally, the Bosnia players are seeing a yellow card. The ref, he's lost control of this match. I hate to say it, but again, like he set an unbelievably horrible precedent with that Balogun red. So now it's like you got to start carding people for stuff. And we're at the 80th minute. We're 10 minutes left. If you give Balogun a red, like you got to start carding. Yes, we need that lady ref back. She was one of the best refs I've seen in this World Cup so far. But Spider, yes, you will need that ammo here because the U.S. have kind of been getting hosed, but Germany really got hosed. Like Germany was bad, and they would have got smoked by France, and they shouldn't have even made it a close game with Paraguay, but they did get hosed by the refs there. Yes, the ref has lost the match. Agreed. And that's when things get dangerous. That's when things get really dangerous. Let her do all the matches. Bring her back. All right, we got a free kick for the United States in a really dangerous area. You don't have Flo Balogun. Who's going to take it? Is it going to be Tillman? Is it going to be Robinson? He's lost his mind. He's lost his mind. Here we go. Is it going to be Tillman? Here we go. Here is the free kick. It's going to be Tillman or it's going to be Robinson from a really dangerous area. Get it over the wall. He gets it over the wall. It's a goal. It's a goal. Are you going to bring that one back? Are you going to bring that one back, or is the USA going through? Is the USA going through with 10 men? 2-0. Wow. What a free kick from Malik Tillman. Bayer Leverkusen. That was magical. That was special. And now the USA likely going through to face Belgium in the round of 16 without Flo Balogun. Electric magic. Wow. I don't think the keeper even saw it. I think his view was completely obstructed by the wall. Let's look at this again. Yeah, he got a really bad jump, but that was a perfect free kick. I mean, it bends just right. Keeper gets a touch on it. Wow. It bends just right, and he gets a touch on it, but he couldn't see it. Embarrass. Chelsea. Why are you embarrassed? Are you a Bosnia fan? Cowardly wall. No one jumped. Yeah. Big Dean, he's right. He did react late, but he couldn't see it. He was completely, the wall was obstructing him. I think the wall was obstructing his view, so I don't think he could see it until it was too late. But either way, that's 2-0. Okay. I don't rate it the US and Poch after what my owners did to the club. Yeah, but that wasn't Poch's fault, was it? I always joked with Jim that Pochettino wasn't the problem at Chelsea. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is um so uh I'm the Bayern half of this channel, and my buddy Jim is the Chelsea fan of this channel. So I can give you my perspective. I watch all the Chelsea matches though. I can give you my perspective, which is I never thought that Poch was the real problem at Chelsea. Um I actually think he has a style of play that kind of fits Chelsea, but um I think it's more on the owners, honestly. Yeah, it sounded like you agree. Um, yeah, he should have saved it, but deserved for the U.S. I think. I mean, we've had what 2 goals ruled off, and yeah, the U.S. has been better. I mean, the U.S. has been better all day. They deserve this. They deserve this. Bosnia hasn't even tried to score until they went down. Until the U.S. went down to 10. Missing out on Europe, and the owners signed more inexperienced players. Most of our fan base don't like Poch. I know most of the fan base didn't like Poch, but I did. I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get it didn't completely work the way that Chelsea wanted it to, but I think that there's bigger problems than Pochettino at Chelsea. And at the end of the day, we thank Chelsea for stacking him because here he is coaching the United States. I'm a really big fan of Xabi Alonso, though. I don't know if that is up your alley or not, but I'm a really, really big fan of Xabi Alonso. So looking forward to see what he can do at Chelsea. That being said, I don't trust the ownership. I don't trust their model. I think they're going to have to give Xabi a ton of control, say in transfers, all that stuff, if they want to be successful. Here's the Appleton-born man up on that right-hand flank, crossing it in for Bosnia, but it's dealt with by Timmy Ream, and it would be embarrassing to concede with 10 men. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a free kick, so it's not like it was an open play goal, but I agree. What's embarrassing is that the wall didn't really jump, and uh, Freeman chests it to Tim Ream there a little dangerously. Freeze gets kicked by Bosnia. Is that going to be a card? Bayern did give up a goal as well in the opponent 10 men. Bayern gave up a goal with 10 men against PSG in the Club World Cup. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Maybe that's what you're talking about. And the USA keeper just, Matt Freeze, just getting pushed to the ground for no reason. Bosnia is starting to lose their heads. He's going to do all he can to sell this and burn up that clock. Burn up that clock. Yeah, is Xabi going to do something? Do you believe in him? So much drama. The whole fan base has been going through this year after winning the World Cup. Yeah, and to be fair with you, man, I was never a huge, huge, huge fan. Well, yeah, Enzo Maresca did great things for Chelsea. I never viewed him as the man long term for the project. Jim might have thought differently. He's more a Chelsea fan. Again, I'm just someone who watches a lot of Chelsea and like passively roots for them, I would say. Um, and yeah, like all the stuff that's coming out with Maresca, he kind of tanked your season on purpose and like basically admitted it. And yeah, like it's just crazy. Um, Everything that went down with Chelsea, and then they went with Rosenior. Clearly, the wrong managerial choice there from the owners. They just wanted a yes man with him. They just wanted their guy. He didn't work out. I was honestly shocked that Xabi Alonso went to Chelsea. I don't know how he's going to deal with that um, mess at the ownership level. But yeah, we got some subs for the USA here. Sebastian Berhalter of the Vancouver Whitecaps, Thomas Muller's teammate, coming on, and also Pepe coming on, which is good for Ricardo Pepe to hopefully get some run here because he's most likely going to be the striker against Belgium if we get through this last couple minutes here. Pepe is most likely going to be the striker against Belgium. So it's good to see him get some minutes. I'm a fan of Sebastian Berhalter. I've always been a Sebastian Berhalter fan. He gets a lot of hate. I'm not a fan of his dad. I'm not a fan of Greg Berhalter at all, but I'm a fan of Sebastian. So good to see him getting some minutes as well. I wonder if Gio Reyna will get any minutes. I'm not sure. Welcome to the chat here, by the way. Subscribe to Always Bayern Chelsea, everybody. If you haven't already, leave this video a like, help us out with the algorithm, and join the chat. Yeah, me too. I mean, it's almost over. We got to hold on for a minute here, down to 10 men. Going to be out of our best goal scorer, Flo Balogun. Milwaukee Messi with a cross in there for Bosnia. But yeah, it's going to be tough to play Belgium without Flo, that's for sure. A really harsh red card, too. Rudar, good to see you. Big up. We're actually talking Chelsea right now. Oh, here's a cross in. Free's going to punch it away, but is it enough? Is it enough? Richards clears it. Wow. And here is Ricardo Pepe. That's not a foul. That is not a foul on Pepe there. Kind of weak. Wow. Wow. So Rudar, here is how the game is so far. But yeah, we're talking Chelsea in the chat, so feel free to stick around and give your opinions too. I know you've got a lot of good opinions on Chelsea. But yeah, the USA was completely dominating. They got a goal in before half, and then a really harsh red card on Flo Balogun. So that was in the 64th minute. And here's Bosnia with a chance. Since the 64th minute, though, the U.S. scored a beautiful free kick. And Bosnia finally started to actually try to score, finally started to actually play on the front foot once they went up a man. Haven't been able to score. We got 10 minutes of added time. Holy smokes. Obviously because of the ad break and that red card review. But that's a lot of added time for Bosnia to do some damage here. So 10 minutes of stoppage. We're into it right now, though. And, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, Enzo Maresca announced for City. Enzo Maresca, absolute snake. I'll pat myself on the back for that because I've always said that. But he did prove me wrong, and he won the Club World Cup for Chelsea. So I'll give him that. But I've always said he was not the man for the long-term gig. Adam was right, conceded a goal to 10 men. Gladbach, oh, yeah, that was this year. But, yeah, I was thinking of the PSG match in the Club World Cup because that was a bigger concession when we were up a man. Okay, Carefree, have to hate watch, Carefree, Lewis G, as well as respect to one of you, but Belgium with no longer having Hazard, you must do the job. Yeah, I hope we do the job too, but it's going to be tough without Flo. Chris Richards clears away a Bosnia cross into the box. USA just becoming super compact, really deep, parking the bus, just trying to escape this one. Now up 2-0. That's definitely the right play. We got 9 minutes of stoppage remaining. Daoud Chabi will save Bluco. Most signings are project signings, are pre-planned Alonso. Bosnia with a great shot, but it's going to sail wide. Spurs have abandoned their kitty project. Yeah, Rudar, by the way, I think you know this, but I'm a huge fan of Xabi Alonso. I'm kind of surprised he went to Chelsea. I'm interested to see how it's going to work out. I think you've got to give him a lot of control, a lot of power over signings. I don't know if Bluco is willing to do that, but you have to. You have to. If you're Bluco, you have to just trust Xabi. You have to trust him with a project. You can't sack him after half a season if things go wrong. But I think he's kind of the best bet Chelsea has right now. Trick shotters, when is the USA-Belgium game? That game is going to be on July 6th, I believe, which is Monday or Sunday? It's coming up pretty quick. Monday, July 6th on Monday. At night, 7 p.m. our time, Central Standard, me and Trick Shotters time. Yeah, you feel any Chelsea fans, you've been suffering a lot. Yeah, the ownership has been bad at Chelsea. The ownership has been horrible. I've never been, Rudar, you'll probably love this. I've never been a believer in the project. I've never been a Bluco believer. So I think they just have to trust Xabi and you know, I'm of the mindset that you got to sign some experienced guys to go with this cast of young characters, but big up. Yes, okay, Spider gives you the answer before me. Spider's way ahead of me. July 6th at night. Monday, July 6th during the evening. Big up to Adam. Big up to Rudar. Big up to everybody in here. That's going to be a huge miss, man. That's going to be a massive, massive miss. He's been, if anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, I think he has 4 goals this World Cup now. I mean, he definitely had a brace against Paraguay, scored today, and scored against Australia, right? I think that's 4. But regardless, he's been the USA's top goal scorer. But yeah, we're down to 6 minutes left of stoppage. Tillman trying to make a run up the flank. Brazil, I think, even would at least done a job against Bosnia. Doesn't have better squad than Scotland. Yeah, Brazil would beat Bosnia too, I think. Bosnia, they're a tough squad. They're very compact. They're very sound structurally, but they don't pose much of an attacking threat. And they have Demirovic from Stuttgart, who I like a lot as an attacking option, but they just don't really set up that way. They don't really set up in a way where they're looking to get on the front foot. You want the U.S. to do well, don't want to ruin your agenda, just like how Arsenal almost won that Champions League title in front of my eyes while I want Belgium to win. That's fair. I won't tell you who to root for. I'll be rooting for the USA. I'll be rooting for the USA against Belgium, but I won't tell you who to root for, and that's fair. And we're going to have to stream that one too. So you know what? As long as you join the stream and you comment and you like the video and maybe even subscribe, I won't tell you to root for. USA is going to see it out. I believe it, Deontay. I believe it. Oh, Pepe's in. Pepe's in. Nope. Going to be dealt with, but we're going to have a shot here. USA wants more. Just fire it off. That's deflected, I think, or it's not deflected. It's not going to be a corner. Not going to be a corner. Brazil will probably put 4-0 against Bosnia, even if Neymar comes off. Yeah, if Neymar Monday, yeah, it's the match. If Neymar could stay healthy, he's a cheerleader at this point, Adam. I respect him, respect everything he's done for Brazil, respect his entire career, but he's a cheerleader at this point. Monday for the big match against Belgium. Remember you had mentioned this in one of my comments in your vids. I trust Xabi, but don't trust the ownership and directors. Yeah, I don't trust the ownership of Blueco at all. I mean, to be honest with you, I never really did. I don't know exactly where Jim's at with Blueco right now either. I mean, I know in the past. Oh, really good from Reina. Going to be saved by the St. Pauli keeper. Yeah, USA is going for a throw in here, but they're going to take their sweet time with 4 minutes remaining of stoppage. Yeah, I don't know where Jim's at now. I mean, I know he tried to really support Blueco for a while just because he felt like he had no choice. And, I mean, you are kind of stuck with him, but I think he's probably reached his breaking point with Blueco. Yeah, Adam, what do you think? I mean, Brazil's going to have to play Norway, right? That might be a tough matchup for Brazil, but I mean, Brazil should win that. On paper, you got to have Brazil winning that. Adam's hopeful USA has an easier path. Yeah, USA has a lot easier of a path than Brazil, that's for sure. Japan would have been a lot tougher of a match than Bosnia in this round as well. Okay, Balogun is on 3 goals. So the brace against Paraguay and then today. I thought he scored against Australia, though, or yeah, I thought he scored against Australia. He didn't score against Turkey, I don't believe. But yeah, we're down to the last 3 minutes of stoppage time. Norway's going to be a tough match for Brazil, Adam. All right. Not really too mad if João Pedro didn't get caught up. Yeah, I mean, oh, there's a shot from Bosnia. It almost goes in. It knocks over Matt Freeze's water bottle right next to that crossbar. And boy, oh boy, Bosnia with their, well, I don't want to say their first good shot, but that was a really good shot. I mean, that almost snuck in. That almost snuck in that bottom left corner. João Pedro got totally hosed by Carlo Ancelotti. I mean, you got guys like Martinelli, although Martinelli did score against Japan. You got guys like Endrick, and you don't have João Pedro in that attack. I don't get it. I mean, João Pedro legitimately could be like a difference maker for Brazil. So I don't know. Belgium has 3 goals so far. Okay, so just the brace against Paraguay. Bosnia's through. Bosnia just wide again. Bosnia waited until the 98th minute of this match, up a man, to try anything offensive. To try anything offensive at all. Bosnia waited this long. Adam, maybe I'll do it. Stay tuned here on YouTube, Adam. Stay tuned on Twitter. Like I said, it is 4th of July weekend. We're going to be celebrating the 250 this weekend. So got some plans. But, trying to get chippy with Tim Ream? Trying to get chippy with the oldest United States player of all time, 38 years old, going on 39. We're down to the final minute of stoppage time, folks. The USA has to hold on to these 2-goal lead, and then they will make it to the round of 16. That would be electric. Adam, maybe I'll do it for you. You're one of the most loyal men on this earth, always in this chat here on these live streams. So maybe I'll do it for you. I got to see what the plans are Sunday, but that could be fun. I mean, that could be a really fun one, Adam. Adam, don't tempt me. Adam, you got me licking my chops at the thought of streaming that game. If we got an ugly, feisty derby against Argentina in the semi, Adam, that would be electric. Argentina versus Brazil. I don't know who I'd be rooting for in that, honestly. I'm not a big Brazil guy, Adam. I'm a big Adam guy, but I'm not really a big Brazil guy, so I'm not exactly sure. We're down to the final seconds here of stoppage. Brazil to reach the semis, says Rudar. I mess with that. That's a good pick. There's the final whistle. The USA is going to the round of 16, baby. Let's go. We're going to be out Flo Balogun against Belgium, but this World Cup has been a smashing success for the USA. This World Cup run by the USA has been special. Mauricio Pochettino, Flo Balogun, the lot, they've all done wonders, I would say. I mean, I've always said this is the most talented USA team of my lifetime, for sure. But could they put it together was always the question. They never could have they never have put it together in the past as any sort of cohesive unit. I think Mauricio Pochettino has a perfect structure for these boys. You know what? If I was a USA fan, I wouldn't have to clown Italy because they lost. Yeah, I mean, Italy didn't make the World Cup, so you can probably clown them. I want to see how England can handle the altitude. The atmosphere, man. The Mexican fans have been unbelievable. Good World Cup from Bosnia, though. I mean, to make the round of 32, but the Mexican fans have been unbelievable, and they are going to give England a hell of a fight. And mark my words, there's a good chance Mexico wins. If England didn't have Harry Kane, Mexico would probably win by 4 goals. That's an exaggeration, of course, but I think Mexico would easily win without Kane. But Kane always gives you a chance to win, as we saw today. As we legitimately witnessed today, Kane always gives you a chance to win. You think you're going to be going to the watch party? Adam, I'll check out your video as well. And if you go to that watch party, I want to see another video. Yeah, so much for the prediction. You got to clown Italy. That's fine, Adam. I predicted 2-1 USA. It was 2-0, and we take it. We take that. We take that every day, every night. We're into the round of 16, big 250. We're into the round of 16 for the big 250. Got to grill out. Got to see some fireworks. All that stuff. So, it's going to be that for this weekend. But Brazil-Norway, Adam, you got me thinking if I want to stream that one on Sunday. You got me thinking. Yeah. I mean, credit to the U.S. for neutralizing it, but Bosnia did not set up to attack. And Pochettino singing Country Roads, man, what a beautiful sight. Mauricio Pochettino, he's done a phenomenal job with this team. And to see him singing Country Roads, that's just awesome. I mean, to see the Argentinian Mauricio Pochettino singing Take Me Home Country Roads. Italy are an embarrassment. They are. The banter has to be strong. Yeah. I mean, the USA has made the round of 16. They're going to face Belgium without Flo Balogun. That's a bummer. That's going to be tough. You'll be out at the Rockies game. That's a great way to celebrate the 4th of July with good old-fashioned America's pastime. With your Colorado Rockies, fireworks, a great game, a great celebration. That's awesome, man. The USA into the final 16 at the World Cup. That's so awesome. I hope they beat Belgium too. Belgium looked horrible today. Belgium squeaked by a struggling Senegal side who choked. Senegal was up 2-0 and gave it away in the second half. So Belgium has some weaknesses. We can certainly exploit. We can certainly exploit uh, this Belgian side. They still have a lot of talent, but they are far past their prime. They're definitely aged out of this golden generation. Shout out to Bosnia though. They had a great World Cup. They really did to sneak through to that round of 32. Unfortunately, they ran into a Mauricio Pochettino-led USA side. They ran into Flo Balogun. They ran into Malik Tillman. A lot of guys played great for the U.S. Freeze between the sticks had a good game. I really don't think anybody on the U.S. had a bad game. I think Pulisic looked dangerous. Robinson looked dangerous. I mean, I think maybe like Tyler Adams was a little quieter, but it wasn't like he had a bad game. Messi red card against Algeria, no review. That could have been questioned. Yeah, I mean, certainly. If you're going to give a Balogun red card, certainly. Sweet. What a great performance by the USA. And what a great performance by every single person who's watched this live stream. What a great performance by everybody in here because, yeah, we're into the round of 16. I don't mind the U.S. soccer play well, but football always wins, and not like that, Dan. I just don't want the U.S. to blame it on us, Club Chelsea, even though it's Blueco and Clear Lake. Yeah, Clown Lake out. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by this, but Clown Lake out for sure. For sure. Clown Lake out. I'll give you that. Let me make myself full screen. How about we do a little full screen action to close out this live stream? Or at least their fan side with Arsenal. Well, I'll tell you this, man. I'm an Arsenal hater. I am an Arsenal hater through and through. So you've come to the right audience. I think Arsenal is ruining football. I think they ruined the Premier League. I don't care to watch the Premier League, to be quite honest with you, because of what Arsenal did to it. And yeah, like I'm all Bundesliga. I don't give a rip about the Premier League. I'm glad they didn't win the Champions League. Adams flying the Brazil flag, and we are flying the USA flag. I don't know if you can see it in the dark behind my shadow, but I got the USA flag back there from the Germany-USA friendly we went to. Your Rockies are up 2-5 against the Marlins. Nice. Nice. The Brewers are tied, it looks like, 2-2 with the Cincinnati Reds. You're about to watch that game after this. Nice. That's a good call. Marlins are kind of an embarrassment to the sport of baseball, but good on the Rockies. There you go, Adam, showing some North American love. Canada, Mexico, USA. Canada should have done better against South Africa. Yeah, Canada looked bad against South Africa. They barely snuck by. But if Alphonso Davies can be healthy for Canada, that can make a world of difference, man. It really could. But yeah, guys, before we get out of here, please subscribe to Always Bayern Chelsea. Please leave this one a like. Comment in the chat, and if you got any final takeaways, final thoughts about this USA match, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to talk about them. You guys have been just a whole lot of fun. This match was fun. I really appreciate everybody who's been here. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. We will be back for sure. We will be back for Mexico and England, and I think I'm gonna have to do some more live streams this weekend. So it might be it might be Brazil-Norway. I might be back for Brazil-Norway. So just keep your eyes peeled to Twitter. Keep your eyes peeled to YouTube. We'll let you know when we get something going there. But these streams have been a lot of fun, and they've been like the best way for me to cover the World Cup. There's just so many World Cup matches. I've been watching as many as I possibly can, like multiple every day. And so we don't really have the time to like put together full videos. Although we did just do one, recapping the group stage, previewing the knockouts. So check that one out. That's a classic video episode. We got Jim's video up that you also should check out, which is Jim's experience actually at the World Cup, MetLife Stadium for Norway, Senegal. But it's very hard to like actually produce videos when there's like 5 matches a day. So these live streams are kind of the way to go. And these live streams are the way to go because we got people watching them. We got people commenting. We got the Adams of the world, the Deontays, the Spiders, you know. Yeah, everybody's alive so far in the round of 16. Crazy. Every host nation is alive in the round of 16. Super, super crazy. Spider, thank you. Big up to everyone. See you at the next one. Spider, you're a real one. Deontay, you're a real one. Adam, you're a real one. And everybody, really. So, again, just shout out to you all. It was an awesome match today from the USA. I'm proud of these guys. Very, very proud of these guys. Very proud of the USA. And it's going to be tough against Belgium without our boy Flo, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to leave unless anybody has any questions or anything to add in the chat. We got, looks like 10 people watching this. So if you have anything to say, I will answer it. But otherwise, I'm going to go and start the shut-eye preparations. You know, it's getting to be that time. I'm going to have to hang up my hat for the night. And then we go again tomorrow. But again, subscribe to Always Bayern Chelsea. Like this video. Leave a comment. And thank you all for being here. I'm gonna hit the dusty trail. Go USA. Go USA. And well, Mia San Mia. And be on the lookout for more live streams because I don't know when the next one's going to be yet. For sure, Mexico, England. And I will keep you posted on any more. Mia San Mia. Forever.